Right, so I'm gonna speak on the signs, basically speak on Venus in the signs. So speaking on Venus in the signs, we want to look at Venus as basically it's a feminine planet, which means it's receptive, which means it takes in. It's feminine. You know what I'm saying in nature. So this sign has to do with like the sensual pleasures, feelings, um, the taste. You know what I'm saying? It can be expressed through the five senses, the six senses, the six fields of consciousness, like the video I did before. This is just a way to when you see what sign is in a person's Venus, you can actually get to see what type of food these people, you know what I'm saying, look at as pleasurable, what type of music these people might find pleasurable, you know, just things like that, just on the mundane side, because Venus deals with basically Venus is like lust, you know what I'm saying? So Venus is dealing with um, just mundane passions. How are you you know what I'm saying? How are you nurtured? What's your form of care? It might be an emotional nature. If your Venus is in a water sign, if your Venus is in a fire sign, then your emotional nature, you know what I'm saying, might be more of inspiration, enthusiastic, somebody that loves a lot of action, things like that. So if it's in an earth sign, these people might be more practical and geared towards getting material pleasures. So, which could be indulging in foods, personal pleasures, which could be addictions. So things like that. So, and then you can have it in the air sign, which is mental. So when the Venus is in mental, it basically the um, directs the pleasures towards more mental stimulation. So these people need more mental stimulation, traveling, things like that. So um, they need mental stimulation, a lot of action, changeability. So trying to keep these people in a certain idea, things like that. You know what I'm saying? They have a broad understanding on the emotions and feelings, which can make them detached. So that's the air sign. So dealing with the Venus sign, you want to take it as, the compatibility within the relationships. This is a way you can look at relationships, how you're compatible, and you can look at, somebody's traits like narcissistic traits or empathic traits. You know, this area is how you can see that. When I started getting into this where I was, able to see certain signs of where, I was empathetic, where I had, empathetic energy right there. I was big as an empath, according to certain energies in my chart, and this was one of the placements. And the person I was dealing with was in another sign, which, was basically the opposite polarization of the Cancer sign. Mine is Venus in Cancer. So I was dealing with a Venus in Capricorn. So it's two different ways of expression their pleasures, you know what I'm saying, and their desires. So um, we were expressing them in a total different way. So I was more empathetic and they had more narcissistic traits. And everybody has narcissistic traits, but when it comes to just feeling and being emotional, you know what I'm saying, based. So I want to get into Venus in the signs and, just basically get people to understand, um, when you look at the Venus sign, it exposes a lot, dealing with the senses. Like I said, it might heighten their pleasures for feeling sensations in the body, depending on what element it's in. Like I said, it might stimulate their mind. Emotions might be stimulated with the water sign. They're going to be very emotional, understanding as far as emotional stability is concerned. So, Earth practical. So, jumping into it. So, Venus in Pisces, we're going to say Venus in Pisces, right? So, a Venus in Pisces sign, this person basically is going to be very empathetic. This is an empathetic person, very intuitive. This person could be psychic, because water, is the element of Pisces. So when you're dealing with Pisces, you're dealing with water. So Venus is said to be water as well. So this is a very empathetic position for the Venus to be in. This person is like a servant for other people because that's what the 12th house rules. That's what their energy is about. So dealing with the Pisces, dealing with like spiritual nature. I know people that like spiritual music, peaceful environments. These people like unity with the love. Boundaries can be blurred with this Venus and Pisces, to where the person they're dealing with can be imposing on their boundaries, and these people can pick up other people's emotions and not understanding if it's their emotions or the other person, because water takes form of the environment. So that's where this um, Venus and Pisces placement goes. So this is a very empathetic person by nature, good at helping people, good at, feeling, um, basically some type of empowerment for taking care of the less fortunate. And these people can make excuses. Like I know some Pisces, Venus and Pisces, where basically somebody can steal from them or do something, what I'm saying, to them that's basically disrespectful, somebody else will go off. But the Pisces, Venus and Pisces, these people will find an excuse for why people did it. They will see behind the scenes of why this person did it. They steal their money. They're like, oh, this person, well, their kids need to eat. So, it's all right. It's all right. Like, so it's like that. These people can be getting ran over. So this is an empathetic sign. If you have feelings that you are very empathetic and get lost in your emotions and other people's emotions and surroundings, you might want to look into this. This might be your placement. So, and we're moving along. So now we're gonna get into um, like Venus in Aquarius. So the Venus in Aquarius basically is somebody with eccentric type of pleasures. These people like eccentric things. These people like attention. You know what I'm saying? Mental stability. That's what this house is about because it's dealing with um, the community and things like that and initiating communication. So these people can basically be detached because of their mental standpoint on how they look at things. They can look at, their pleasures and things as something that's very eccentric. You know what I'm saying? Something that they need. So these people, it's a fixed air sign. So these people can be fixed, you know what I'm saying, in their ideas on eccentric things, eccentric pleasures, things out of the norm. So they can be fixed on the idea of extreme people, places, or things. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Venus is about. Venus is about um, basically blending the emotional, you know what I'm saying, awareness with that feminine receptive energy. So this person can be detached in a relationship. So we see that a lot with the Venus and Aquarius, and we're gonna move along and move on to Venus in Capricorn. Now, Venus in Capricorn is somebody that I dated. I dated a Venus in Capricorn, and these people pretty much look at relationships like a business or something like that. Like it's like a business, and some people might say a gold digger, but I wouldn't necessarily say that. I see the aspects and I understand the role that each sign plays with Venus, so I understand it all. Even if somebody is being belligerent, like I still understand what they're trying to do according to the sign. You know what I'm saying? So I understand all people's energies, and so I don't believe in evil and all of that because I know what people are trying to do, even if they're expressing the negative side of that nature. So Capricorn, you know what I'm saying? This is about, you know what I'm saying, goals. So they won't attach with anybody unless they see some type of goal, some type of status attached to this. So people with the Venus and Capricorn basically have like a love for, taking things slow. They like to build towards something. They like to take the time out to indulge in the actual, what I'm saying, presence of what they want. They can spend a lot of time being in the mental space of being in that presence of what they want as far as dedicating that time, which is Capricorn. So these people like goals and things like that. And the Capricorn I dated, all the people that they pretty much dated were geared around what these people can do for them. You know what I'm saying? If they can take care of their kids or they had to be fulfilling some type of goal or something. These people had to be coming together on a goal. And I remember when I first started talking to her, she was like, "Yeah, I want, a relationship like, I get off work, they got the kids ready, they got food ready, or vice versa. I'm off early, I had the food ready, the kids ready. So this is something that Venus and Capricorn needs. They need that type of stability in a relationship to feel like they're accomplishing something and moving forward towards something. So yeah, people might look at it and be like they're emotionally cold, and they can be, because this element doesn't deal with, as far as, like, you know what I'm saying, like a Taurus would be, or a Libra. You know what I'm saying? This is more, you know what I'm saying? It's more focused on the aspect of building. You know what I'm saying? It's about what can we do within this relationship, not just us getting together, but what can be gained out of this. You know what I'm saying? So they can have a tendency to kind of like use people. You know what I'm saying? So it could seem like that, but ultimately, these people basically have their pleasures and things tied up within the element of Venus, so it has to deal with structure and things like that. So these people are calculated when it comes to things like that, to the point they can be detached with their emotions. And when you try to show them emotions, they can back away. That's the problem I dealt with the Venus and Capricorn. They had problems kind of expressing their emotions and feelings. You know what I'm saying? When it came to that, they didn't really know how to do it. Like, but they can express, accomplishing certain things that they want. You know what I'm saying? Getting things coming together. So we're gonna move on to Venus in the ninth house. Oh, Venus in the ninth house. Venus in Sagittarius. So Venus in Sagittarius is basically somebody that loves adventure, somebody that loves traveling, somebody that loves um, um, knowledge. So they're gonna be attracted to somebody with like knowledge and things like that. So if you can teach these people something, you can go in depth with knowledge and understanding and things like that, and can teach them, and you can go back and forth. That's something that these people cherish. It's a fire sign. You know what I'm saying? So it's fire. And um, excuse me, but the Capricorn is a mutable earth sign. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, cardinal earth sign. Capricorn is cardinal, which means it's initiating. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to get something done. You know what I'm saying? So with Capricorn, Venus and Capricorn. So Venus in Sagittarius, like that said, this is a mutable fire. So these people are passionate. You know what I'm saying? They're able to adapt with other people's feelings and desires. You know what I'm saying, as well as their own, and express that. These people like to be on the move. These people don't like to be trapped. These people like to express their feelings. So if they're in a relationship to where it's like their freedom is being restricted, things like that, like maybe a Venus in Scorpio or something, like they might feel like they're being restricted and they can't express themselves holistically the way that they want to. So they need a variety of things stimulating them. They need physical pleasures because the sensations are heightened within the fire realm. So these people need to act on action. You know what I'm saying? Spirituality. These people have a deep type of sense of spirituality that they might connect to, not necessarily religious. So um, that's what the Venus in ninth house represents. These people like exciting type music. These people like, just a fiery nature. When you see the fire, you see it's dancing. And that's what these people love. That's what integrates the desires, Venus, with the fire. You know what I'm saying? So it's passionate. You know what I'm saying? So they can switch up a lot and be with different partners in the different situations and traveling. So and just morals. These people can have a good sense of what they feel is like right, and you know what I'm saying, as far as certain things. So now we're moving on to Venus in the eighth house. Now Venus, I keep saying the houses. Now Venus in Scorpio, right? Venus in Scorpio basically is fixed water sign. So Venus deals with, the dark energy, not necessarily negative. It's just the dark energy. You know what I'm saying? You got dark and light, so it's the polar opposite. So dealing with Venus in Scorpio, you know what I'm saying? It's going to create pleasures within those realms of the eighth house. So Scorpio is dealing with control, obsession, jealousy. These are types of traits that come along with Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the essence of the energy that it represents when with transformation. In order for something to change, it has to be some type of intensity involved. You know what I'm saying? Um, just like when they say pressure bust pipes and things like that. So it's a type of intensity that comes along with Scorpio. So people take it as negativity, but it's not. It's just the element. It's just the nature of the element that you know what I'm saying, that is playing out. It needs intensity for a change. Change is caused by intensity. You know what I'm saying, and you know, obsession with that actual change that you want to see. You know what I'm saying, as far as manifesting. So basically, when you're dealing with the Scorpio, these people probably have a love for being secretive. You know what I'm saying? There's some things that might, you know, please these people. Being secretive, you know, is heightening the sexual energy. So, you know, they definitely can have a deep connection with wanting to bond with people, you know, sexually, you know, or just commit, or just coming together, basically merging, you know what I'm saying, the energy, you know what I'm saying, of the souls, just understanding what that is in the eighth house. That's what Scorpio is about. It's about merging the soul. So that's what that basically is about. So when it comes to obsessions and things, that could be something that can be taken out of, you know what I'm saying, out of control with the Venus and Scorpio. They could want to be obsessive with their partner. Like these people are people that some females be like, I like him, girl. He controlling. He is like, some people like that control and stuff, but you know it could be bad. You know what I'm saying? There's different aspects to it, but these people really like to connect with you on a deeper level, not no superficial level. They like to deeply connect with people, like, and not just having sex with somebody. They like to have a deep connection with someone. You know what I'm saying? Through these type of experiences. So that's what the Venus and Scorpio is about. They like to indulge in, like, you know, the spiritual nature, things that's unseen. They can basically have connections to people's emotions and feelings and understand the essence behind people's actions. You know what I'm saying? And give people insight on healing and things like that. Um, so that's what the Venus in Scorpio represents. Some even say, you know, like sexual healing. You know what I'm saying? So once you understand what this placement is about and understand getting deeper into it, not just on the physical. So Venus in the seventh house. Venus in the seventh house is somebody that's oh shit, I keep saying the houses, man. I apologize, y'all. But you know what I mean. It's representing the same energy, but so Venus in Libra, right? Venus in Libra. These people are very balanced. These people have a knack for balance. These people are great at diffusing situations. These people like harmony in relationships. These people like beauty, art, things like that. You know, music is something these people, you know, love. These people just admire the relationship, the coming together, the partnership. This is something that these people admire, and they're very good at you know, sensing what others need and things like that, and balancing it out. So even a Venus in Libra, like a Venus in Libra that I know, like Venus and Libras are good people, man. Like, you know, by nature, just of these elements, no other placements. But the Venus in Libra, like, you could basically cheat on the Venus in Libra, and basically they will, you might need their help. Say your car broke down, but you know what I'm saying, they just found out you cheated on them and your car broke down. Just for you won't miss out on work or get fired. These people will give you a ride to work or something like that. Like, these people want balance. Like, they want balance over all things. Even if y'all on bad terms, they want to keep balance. And they can make these people codependent. They can make these people empaths. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that we have to watch out for, dealing with the Venus and Libra. But you know, if they get taken advantage of too much, they can turn into the nature where they feel like, you know what, I'm good alone. They can activate the Aries energy, the other side of the Libra. So that's the Venus in Libra. You know, these people are passionate people. Definitely good for the relationships. So, and justice, they just have a great sense of, for what's right. They like peaceful environments. They don't really like to get all catastrophic. It's mental, so it's an air sign. So, and it's cardinal, so it's initiating um, you know, communication. So these people are good at that. So Virgo. Venus and Virgo, you know, this is an earth sign, it's mutable. So Venus and Virgo is basically, um, you know, it's health, you know, service. This is another placement for service. These people, you know, look at, you know, can look at pleasure, you know, things that they pleasure as a means to, you know, work towards. Like Venus and Virgo is the perfection sign. So these people, you know, have a knack for perfection, seeing what needs to be done. So Venus and Virgo, Venus falls in Virgo. So they show their love by caring for you, actually doing things for you, tasks, actually, um, you know, planning things out, looking at, you know, certain flaws that you might need, and they might help you with that. Like they like, come on, let's get these bills together, let's knock these tasks out, let's like that's what they about, day-to-day duty service. Venus and Virgo, you know, they might seem a little detached, but it's because Venus falls in Virgo, so it's just more practical. You know what I'm saying? They're dealing with love in a more practical nature. So they're not lovey dovey like a lot of other signs. So if you're looking for a lovey dovey type person, Venus and Virgo is not lovey dovey. They're mutable. These people are smart at organizing, detailed. That's what they have a love for. You know, that's what they have a love for. So you know, that's Venus in the sixth house, health. These people can be good healers. You know, things like that. Um, cooking, cleaning, like things like that. That's what these people like to do. These people like to help, service. So Venus in the fifth house, Venus in Leo. These people, you know, it can be selfish because this is the sun sign integrating with Venus, the water sign. So Venus is about, you know, relationships and things dealing with Taurus and Libra because Venus rules Libra and Taurus. So when you dealing with Venus and Leo, it's more selfish. It's a more selfish energy. You know what I'm saying? It's basically taking that Venus energy and dedicating it to itself. So this sign, this could be a more selfish sign, a more direct sign. You know what I'm saying? So this would have to be, you know what I'm saying, something you have to balance as far as the relationships, seeing other people' points of view. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the Venus and Leo is about. These people are creative. These people like attention. There's things these people like, you know, children. They just got that real good demeanor, and it's fire. So you know how fire is. So these people can be action oriented, you know. So it's a fixed fire sign. So these people can be fixed on their point of views, and that can really alter this placement because Leo itself, Venus is supposed to be about other people. So the fact that it's fixed on itself, that could be a challenge. You know what I'm saying? So basically we getting into Venus in Cancer. Venus in Cancer, that's my placement. So Venus in Cancer just makes a person more sensitive, understanding to emotions, feelings, protective against family. Person that just likes to nurture others. You know what I'm saying? Attract people that's hurt. You know what I'm saying? Understanding the emotions. So real sensitive, psychic, picking up other people's emotions, very intuitive. That's the Venus in Cancer. Like I like sad music, like music, you know what I'm saying, with pain in it. Like I like music like that make you cry. Like I like real emotional type music. You know what I'm saying? I'm drawn to that. I can remember emotionally how people made me feel or certain events in my life. I'm connected to emotions. You know what I'm saying? So I could be empathetic because that's Venus in Cancer. It's in water. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that these people love. Family, home. These are the type of matters. You know what I'm saying? Past events. These people can be locked in the past. You gotta let go. So Venus in Gemini. Venus in Gemini is changeability. You know, these people are they love knowledge. They love getting to the root of things. They love knowing why things tick. They love understanding other people and themselves. So they changeability. These people can go from relationship to relationship. This is a air sign. It's mental and it's mutable. So they're changing. It's changeability. So they can go from relationship to relationship, and they like mental stability. So that's things like that, you know, and they can have a love for their close relationships, brothers and family and things like that. So now we get into Venus in Taurus. Venus in Taurus, this is, you know, this is a good placement because it's at home. So Venus in Taurus, somebody that loves music, you know, somebody that loves material pleasures, sensations. They could be addicted to food or body pleasure sensations within the body because it's heightened here. So that's things that these people have to look out for in Venus in Taurus. You know what I'm saying? So Venus and Taurus, these people like to build, you know what I'm saying, stability with their material comforts. And now I'm gonna get over into Venus and Aries. Venus and Aries, you know, this could be like a narcissistic trait because these people is self. Aries is self, and it's a cardinal fire sign. You know what I'm saying? And I meant to say Taurus is an earth sign, fixed sign, so they could be fixed on their ideas on how to obtaining things. So the cardinal air. So these people the cardinal fire. I mean, these people can be locked in their own emotions. They can be impulsive. These people react. They could be the first to reach out to text you, the first to tell you they love you, the first to respond. These people like to be in lead. These people like leaders. So these people need someone that's basically backing them up and keeping them on path and basically understanding, you know what I'm saying, their excitement. They need enthusiasm. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the Venus and Aries need. So Venus and Aries, it could be, you know, it's the balance between Libra and Venus. So this is a task there. Aries has to develop that sense of understanding other people's, you know what I'm saying, ideas of, um, you know what I'm saying, what they need. So when you take the Venus and the Aries, it's fire. So I know some people that like aggressive music. I know a chick that liked aggressive music, like Crime Mob and stuff like that. So Venus is an aggressive sign. Like these people really like to be in exciting environments and go out after what they want. You know, they react. They love at first sight. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they instantly react. So impulsive signs. So that's Venus throughout the signs. So I'll be doing more videos. Leave some comments later.